The session is live now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shri Devi from Maharashtra College of Pharmacy. I welcome you all to the second session of today, 5 days FTP program, organized by Maharashtra College of Pharmacy in association with APTI Telangana branch. Now, I request our principal, Dr. N. Sudhakar sir, to invite our resource person, Dr. Ashok Thulluru.
Welcome, Ashok. Dr. Thulluru Ashok.
Thank you very much.
Hope it is audible? Right, I think it's audible only. So I'm very happy to say Mr. Ashok, Dr. Ashok on this dais.
Yes, sir.
It's a national-wide FT we are conducting. It's about for 5-day session. Actually, we have this B.Pharm syllabus for a long time. For last year, same syllabus only, but now the syllabus changed now. So I requested Ashok to find out what are the differences and what best we can do as a teacher to teach the students. So he's going to explain everything. And as I said in the morning session, it's about some 5 days FTP. Daily we have 2 sessions. And about the college is having the B.Pharm and PharmD and M.Pharmacy courses. And even we have the NBA accreditation for the last 14 years. And we have the IIRF and NRF rankings also. Result of this NRF is expected soon. We are hoping for a best rank. And R&D side, we used to have publications at least some 7,500 every year. So we are devoting ourselves for the R&D and apart from the teaching also. But all of us, not only one person, all of us must learn what is a new thing in the new syllabus, like AI tools, Python, data, all these things. So the sessions are very much useful for all the teaching faculty. Please try to follow it and try to implement it in the future classes for the upcoming 2026 admissions of the B.Pharm syllabus. Now, yes. Now I welcome Dr. Ashok.
Yes, sir. Can I start with the presentation, sir?
Just a minute.
Okay, sir.
Ashok will jump in.
Thank you, sir. So it takes me an immense pleasure to introduce our resource person, Dr. Ashok Thulluru. Professor Ashok completed his B.Pharm and M.Pharm from Sri Vishnu College of Pharmacy, Bhimavaram. He attained his PhD from JNUH and also has industrial experience in FR&D at Orchard Healthcare, Chennai. He has 19 years of teaching experience at various prestigious colleges. He holds 6 patents, published 6 textbooks, made 30 presentations. He guided 35 M.Pharm students and B.Pharm students and guiding 4 PhD scholars. Currently, he is working as a professor and head of the department in Pharmaceutical Regulatory Affairs at D.Y. Patil College of Pharmacy, Kolhapur. His current research focuses on targeted drug delivery, nanotechnology, and AI/ML integration in pharmaceutical education. I welcome you, sir, for this session, and you can proceed.
Thank you very much, madam, for a nice introduction about me. And also, I would like to thank my guru, Sudhakar sir, for giving me this opportunity to share the brief knowledge what I am having regarding the implementation of the new PCI syllabus in accordance with the National Education Policy 2020. So now let us go into the presentation. So my today's topic of the presentation is preparedness of the students and faculty for the new PCI B.Pharm syllabus in alignment with the National Education Policy 2020. And myself, I'm Dr. Ashok, working as Professor and Head Department of Regulatory Affairs at D.Y. Patil College of Pharmacy, Kolhapur. Let us see what are the various contents of my presentation. The basic introduction, what is the, how we have to prepare.
Sir, share your PPT again, sir. It's not visible.
It's not under sharing, madam. Ek minute. Window. Is it visible right now, madam?
Yes, sir. Now it's visible.
Yeah.
Please continue, sir.
Yes. So these are the contents of my presentation, the basic introduction and what is the purpose of this presentation, then the context, why the revision is made it compulsory by the PCA, followed by the key structural changes in the syllabus 2026 syllabus.
Please check your PPT, sir. It's not visible again.
I think we have to switch off this one.
No.
We have to switch off this one.
Yes, sir. Now it's visible. Yes.
So then after institutional
Please continue,
and
sir.
resource
Yes, sir.
readiness, it is there. The presentation. Roadmap for the implementation of this new syllabus, role of the stakeholders, measuring the preparedness. We are going to discuss about the key indicators and how the preparedness has been measuring. Finally, conclusion and call for the action. So when we see the paradigm shift or the transformation of the B.Pharm curriculum, when we see initially it was the traditional model where it is the theory heavy based instruction, where we are undergoing the passive learning process, it is having the limited practical exposure. So when we see the current curriculum, we are shifting to the paradigm shift where it is a competency based model, multidisciplinary approaches of the study we are going to have, and it is an experiential learning where the students are going to learn the things by doing it and learning, and it must be compulsory aligned with the National Education Policy 2020. So when we see this paradigm shift, what are all the things is from the side of the students as well as the from side of the faculty also this shift is going to be absorbed. In case of the student side, when we see the infrastructure changes, okay, in case of the faculty's side, when we see we are going to change the things according to the pedagogy as well as the assessments also. Next. Escape. क्या हुआ? Struck हुआ. Hello. Next, the B.Pharm syllabus revision. When we see what is the major context and the goals related to that one, this overall thing. First thing is we have to undergo an alignment with the National Education Policy. Here, where there is a flexibility, more flexibility for the students as well as the multidisciplinary learning we are going to see, and also we must adopt the students to undergo the process of the lifelong learning process. And in case of the core goals as well as the overall things, when we see industry readiness and making the student globally competent, these are the major things what we are going to achieve. How we are making them the industry ready means we are making them ready to expose it to the conditions like clinical studies exposure as well as the regulatory capabilities we are going to enhance to the students, as well as the stronger digital and research capabilities are also we are going to be incorporated through the new curriculum. As a result, they will become exposed to the technical skills, data analysis, and innovation. Finally, we are going to implement these changes, the mandatory revised scheme, the new students that is from starting from the 2026 to 27 academic year, they are going to be implemented this one. whereas the older batches or the olders continue with the older scheme of the thing. When we see the key structural changes in our 2026 syllabus, new syllabus, the major points are from the previous syllabus, we are having 160 credits. Now it has been increased to 193 credits with 21 new subjects has been introduced across the 8 semesters. Especially when we see artificial intelligence and data science related substance courses, 6 courses are being added throughout the 8 semesters. In the first semester, we are having the basics to Python, programming for pharmaceutical sciences. In the second semester, applied biostatistics and data analytics for pharmaceutical sciences. Because in our previous case, we are having only applied biostatistics. Is there. Now, also been
Excuse me, sir.
we are having the basics to Python.
Sir, your slides are not changing, sir.
Semester, applied biostatistics.
not change. Stage removal. इसको ए वाला करना है क्या? Screen is coming now. नहीं, स्क्रीन नहीं आ रहा है ना. इसको ये करना है. अभी ये देखो. So यहाँ से change.
It's visible, sir.
Yeah. But इसमें जाए तो नहीं जा हो रहा है क्या?
It's visible now, Ashok, proceed.
Are you get the access for the full screen, madam?
Yeah.
So the key structural changes when we see, we are discussing about the various AI and data science courses. 6 courses has been added in various semesters. Okay. In the 3rd semester, we are having introduction to machine learning in pharmaceutical sciences. In case of the 6th semester, AI application in the pharmaceutical sciences. 7th semester, AI in the clinical applications. 8th semester, we are having ethical consideration and translational applications of AI in the pharmacy. So all these AI and data science based courses has been added in across the 8 semesters. In 6 courses has been introduced. Apart from that, in certain subjects, most of the subjects, the 5th unit, when we see all the 5th units are being incorporated with that machine learning as well as the AI related information. In our regular core subjects also, some data related to the AI and machine learning has been incorporated. And the continuation of the key structural changes of the syllabus, mandatory internships has been introduced in the semesters 6th and 4th with each of 4 credit points. 2-semester research approach. Before we used to have practice school in the 7th semester and a research project in the 8th semester. But in the current syllabus, when we see compulsory 2 years, that is the 7th as well as the 8th semester, we are having the 2-semester based research work is being given with 6 credit points each. And one more thing, integration of the Indian knowledge system, IKS system, with at least 30% of the credit points, it has been incorporated in various courses. Through various courses, they are being classified into 3 categories, such as skill enhancement courses, ability enhancement courses, and value added courses. So here is the major change we have to see. Before, the value added courses are not at all been incorporated into the PCI syllabus. It is not been incorporated into the PCI syllabus. We have to add it extra into our curriculum. But now the PCI itself, it is giving the option of the value added courses, and all these courses are the electives, because the students are having the choice to select on their own choice. Now let us discuss about each and every category of the courses one by one. First, skill enhancement courses, which we are calling abbreviated as SCC. There are no theory courses in the skill enhancement courses. There are only the practical courses are available in the skill enhancement courses. In the 2nd semester, we are having the 3 electives for the skill enhancement courses. One is the communication skills, second one mental well-being, stress and conflict management, and the fundamentals of computer operations. Out of these 3, any one can be selected by the student. In the 4th semester, there are 3 electives for the skill enhancement course practical. One is computer aided drug design, analytical method development and validation. Third one is the principles of the preclinical studies. Student can select any one of them. Next, it comes to the value added courses. There are no theory value added courses, only practical value added courses are there. In the 4th semester, we are having the option of 2 electives. One is professional skills, second one is PAT and QBD in the formulation science. Similarly, in the 8th semester, we are having the 3 electives for the value added course practical. They can choose either cleaning validation, basic training in aseptic handling techniques, as well as impurity profiling. Out of these 3, any practical they can choose. Well, it comes to the ability enhancement courses. In ability enhancement courses, both theory as well as the practicals, both are electives are being available. For example, in case of the 4th semester, we are each time we are having the 6 electives. Out of these 6 electives, we can select any one. Similarly, 7th semester and 8th semester also 6 electives are being given for the selection of the theory under the ability enhancement courses. When we see the practical, only in the 3rd semester, there is one practical related to the ability enhancement practical with 3 electives. Students can select either it from the nutraceuticals and functional foods, food analysis, as well as yoga and life sciences. So here we can see the incorporation of the traditional knowledge system according to the policy of the NEP. It has been incorporated like life sciences as well as the functional food materials acting as the nutrient things. These things we are going to see in case of the AEC practical course, as well as the greater use of the electives. So the most of the choices are being given to the students to select their own courses, what they want to learn. Okay, there is a lot of flexibility in case of the things. Before, in the previous curriculum, when we see the old syllabus of the PCA, only in the 8th semester, they are having the elective subjects. But here, when we see in almost all the semesters, starting from the 2nd year itself, they are having various electives, whether it may be ability enhancement courses, skill enhancement courses, or value added courses. These things, elective options are being given. And we must see only theory and practical courses are available in the ability enhancement courses, and only practical courses are available in the value added courses as well as the skill enhancement courses. Next thing, the student preparedness, how we have to make the students to get prepared with this new syllabus according to the NEP, National Education Policy. The first one is academic and cognitive readiness. We have to make the students to adapt to the multidisciplinary things, because here they are having the exposure to AI, ML, psychology, public health, and all these things. And familiarity with the foundational sciences remains essential, because the core subjects what they have been incorporated, that is all related to the foundational sciences. So they should also have the knowledge of the foundational sciences in, also must have the adaptability to be exposed to the multidisciplinary things like the new structures such as AI, psychology, public health, all those things. Next, research readiness. When we see, because the process internships, 2 internships, mandatory internships has been placed, as well as the project for a 2-semester project system has been done. So students are more pushed towards the research and to enhance the research capability ability to that is the one thing we have to observe. Next one, experimental and specialized skills, especially these AI related things, they must be known, must be familiar with the things like Python programming, digital analytics, as well as the machine learning concepts. They are must be familiar, and they have to learn it as the part of the curriculum. And clinical exposure, regarding these clinical exposures, the internships which had become the mandatory in the year 5th and 6th semesters, those according to the internships, whether they want to develop in the clinical exposure, they have to take the internships in those programs. Skill enhancement, especially in case of entrepreneurship, regulatory affairs, and pharmacovigilance and intellectual property rights, they have to focus there by doing the skill enhancement courses which are being done. And agreement with the Indian knowledge system engagement. Here in the curriculum itself, it has been incorporated, the Indian knowledge system has been incorporated into this one, because for to make them how to give priority to our Indian knowledge systems which has been already been existing, and how to make it popular through their innovation. That thing is to be done. Next one, attitudinal and behavioral readiness. The first thing is the shifting of the learning methodology from the conventional method. Now they must be shifted to the active experiential learning, as well as the self-directed learning. Learning, the exposure must because it's not only the student is going to listen what the teacher is telling. They must be, it's like via media, means both of them should involve in the process in the new method. And openness to interdisciplinary thinking and collaborative project based works, as well as the time management. As the number of credits has been increased, number of internships as well as the projects for 2 semesters has been increased, the time management by the students involving in the study process must also, they have to know the skills of the time management. When we see the readiness from the faculty, because the faculty is always ready to adopt the change. We know the best, we people, how we contributed the process of continuing the learning in the COVID era. At that time, we are not aware. Everything has been shut down. All of a sudden, the entire world has been shut down. Still, the process of learning has to be continued as per the motive of the regulatory bodies and everything. We continued everything learning online through the platforms like Zoom, Microsoft Excel, and all those things. Still, we made the process feasible to everyone and make the process of online learning made it possible. So the faculty are the key factors here. Even whenever any PCI or any regulatory body, when it is going to adopt the new changes, we are the key persons who are going to implement it and and make the students adopt to it. So always the teacher's role is a very critical role. Even though we are ourselves are involving in all of them, just I want to highlight on the key points where we have to further take into the much care. First one, the pedagogical readiness, that is the transformation to competency-based education, outcome-based education in alignment with national education policy. For this, we must be ready. Next, integrated modules, means design and deliver. We have to adopt the mechanisms of design and deliver. It's not like producing the old PPTs which are available in the various websites, downloading them and teaching. That thing is not possible right now. We have to adopt and we have to change ourselves for the better learning of the students. Next, experiential learning. Here we have to introduce the case-based learning, simulations, community projects, as well as the mentoring of the students at various stages is very essential. This is related to the pedagogical readiness. The second one is related to the content and domain readiness. We have to upskill our emerging domains. So whatever the basic knowledge or the core knowledge we are going to have, that is okay. But we are supposed to learn ourselves in acquaintance with the artificial intelligence, machine learning, Python, data analytics, as well as the different changes which are occurring in intellectual property rights, pharmacovigilance. These things we must update ourselves. We have to upskill ourselves. We have to learn ourselves. Next, incorporation of the Indian knowledge system content into the teaching. That is also made one of the implementation of the national education policy, that is incorporating of Indian knowledge system into the all education domains. Next one, updating of the practicals and the labs. New competencies and industry relevant techniques we are supposed to implement. We have to change our experiments. We have to change our methodologies, what we are implemented in the earlier things. Next one, assessment and evaluation readiness. Here, designing the continuous competency linked assessments. Here we have to concentrate both about the formative as well as the summative type of the assessment. Evaluating projects, internships, portfolios, skills, and aligning internal assessment. We have to align the internal assessment with the credit-based system, choice-based system, and national education policy flexibility. Here the credit based they can take any sort of electives. Okay, so based on that we have to give the chance to the students to go according to their electives what they have been chosen, and these we have to create a certain rubrics that will fix both the formative and the summative assessment of their things. It's not the old methods. We are going to follow the common principle like 10 marks for internals and 15 marks for internal and 75 marks external ASA. But we have to make the particular rubrics, especially for the internal assessment, in alignment with the national education policy. Next, institutional readiness. Here, institution is the one which is responsible, or the management is the one who is responsible for providing the infrastructure and the basic requirements. They have to provide the conditions as per the new syllabus. They have to introduce the learning management systems, coding labs, where the students are supposed to know the knowledge about the Python and all those things, data analysis labs. These software already existing labs, they have to be equipped with the softwares, that is the infrastructure related things related to the digital learning. Next one, MOUs with the various partners, especially for the process of the internships as well as the projects. We are going to have the link ups with either hospitals, industries, or research centers, such that the students will have the real time exposure. That's why and also the new syllabus, it has been given compulsory 10 MOUs. The institution should have the 10 MOUs. Out of them, not less than 5 should be from the pharmaceutical industries. So this is the thing what we have to keep in mind. And these institutions or hospitals or industries where we are, they also are acting as our stakeholders, because our products or the students after qualification, when they enter into the market, they will be employed by these stakeholders as the employers. So we must have an MOU with them, and we must explain according to the new regulations what is going to happen, that these type of internships we are needed. So please accommodate our students accordingly. Like that, we have to have a talk with our stakeholders. That is, there may be the hospitals or the industries or any sort of research centers. And in case of the faculty, they must be because they are being going to expose to the new things such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, which they have not learned in their regular practice. So we have to conduct some faculty development programs, and trainings are to be conducted, such as workshops and training, NEP aligned pedagogy, and training on the new subjects has to be done for them from the subject experts. For example, I am going to give you one case study example where in the first semester where we are implementing this Python programming introduction to the pharmaceutical sciences from our CSC department of engineering college. We are getting the faculty who is as a guest lecturer, and he is delivering the Python programming lab as well as the theory. At the same time, we are engaging our one of our faculty. They also will be with that attending the classes as well as the practicals along with the students, because he or she who has been assigned that subject, they also will get learn through this learning process, which is not taken place during their bachelor's or master's. Now they are undergoing the training from the guest faculty whom we have incorporated for teaching for our first semester students. Okay, so like that we have to engage our faculty also to make them exposed to the new subject according to the national education policy. These things for certain subjects very one or two faculty development programs is enough, but certain subjects which are of key things like Python and everything, they have to learn the entire programming process and everything. For that, the entire semester they are learning the process also. We have to give the chance to our faculty to undergo that sort of the training such that they will become self-sufficient in the next coming semesters, and without any supporting from the guest faculty or guest resources, they can able to deliver their own lecture on the stipulated subject. Here we are going to find out some gaps and what are the various challenges to implement them. Let us have a discussion. In terms of the students, when we see the gaps are limited exposure to the programming and data science, because in all the previous things in our curriculum, there are no exposure to the data science as well as the programming languages. Now they have to, this is the one of the major gap we identified from the student side. The second one is the weak research methodology skills, which they are not having that research writing. They are not having the papers like research writing and all that stuff. Now it has been given as an elective. Next, anxiety about the workload and internship. As you know, the credits has been increased from 160 to 193 number of credits. So the number of working hours as well as the number of internships, number of projects increased from 1 to 2. So here there comes these are the gaps which are being identified from the student side. So when we see the gaps towards the faculty side, varying comfort with AI and ML and digital. So the teachers are also supposed to learn these new concepts of AI and ML, because in the previous era we used to tell we can use the design of experiments, we can use particular software design expert for to conduct your studies, all this. But now the faculty themselves, they have to be self-sufficient to learn and operate those software and explain those essentials of those thing entire study process to the students. So it is also need of the faculty to upgrade themselves and need to update their teaching materials. So whatever the teaching materials what we are employed from age old, now we have to rechange our teaching methodology. We have to change our materials, and new lab protocols are also being required. When we see the lab systems, the number of experiments or new methods of experiments they have been introduced, not only related to the AI and ML. I'm talking about the regular labs also. They incorporated new experimental procedures are being changed. So we have to change our old laboratory manuals or the old lab record from which we are conducting the experiments. We have to change those list of experiments. We have to introduce the new ones as per the syllabus. And in case of the institutions, what are the gaps we are going to find is resource constraints and internships, because institutions also find internship looking the places for the students to get their internships get done. Okay, that is one of the gap. Next one, limited research supervision. Next, integration of Indian knowledge system into this the regular syllabus, continuous assessment systems. So everything has been changed. So the resources, the institutions are also facing these sort of the gaps. Next, what we are going to do the regulatory consistency, how we are going to get the alignment means university examination patterns, the changes we are going to implement in them. Next, credit structures and timetables. We are supposed to see that one. Matching of PCI syllabus with alignment with the national education policy. Like that, we have to check for these the gaps what we have been observed. We have to make them align to get the implemented new syllabus to be implemented. Next, strategies to enhance the preparedness. What are the strategies we are how we are going to design? In the student's perspective, first thing from the student perspective, when we see, okay, the bridge courses such as Python, biostatistics, and research methodology, these things they have to be given utmost care. The second one, orientation sessions has to be conducted to the students related to the what is meant by national education policy, what is the change in the credit system, importance of the internships as well as the projects. Next, mentoring systems we have to provide to the students. The mentors can be their senior students or the faculty who are going to be their mentors. Next, early exposure to the hospital community, pharmacovigilance as well as the regulatory aspects, because these exposures are very essential as the part of the internships, so they can decide what field or what career they are going to make in near future after the completion of their course. The strategies to enhance the preparedness from the faculty side, when we see targeted faculty development programs. So nowadays this FDP is also one of the example. So why most of the institutions, they understand what is the importance of how we are going to incorporate the new syllabus. Further, they are organizing a lot of faculty development programs. So the people who are expert within the field or the people who are with the help or the stakeholders who created these sort of the things, we are going to have the help from them for this faculty development program. Next, collaborative course design teams. We have to prepare the teams among our faculty who can introduce the integrated modules as well as the shared resources. Next, pilot testing of the new courses as well as the assessment system. First, initially implementation into that one, as it is the first time we are going to implement from this semester, we have to undergo the pilot testing process. Next, incentivizing research, publication, industry collaborations. So these are the things what we have to continuously, the staff has to motivate the students for the purpose of the internships and all those things. We have to go for the industry collaborations for the and we have to promote them to go for doing the publications, all this stuff. This is the one of the strategy to enhance the preparedness from the faculty side. In case of the preparedness from the institutions, when we see curriculum mapping exercises has to be done, means aligning the goals, whether we are going to we are aligning the goals of the PCA as well and the national education policy or not. We are to check it by doing the mapping systems. Next one, strengthening the industry academia as well as the hospital academia linkages. These are very much useful in case of the internships as well as the projects. Next, invest in the digital infrastructure, LMS software, learning module softwares, as well as programming ones, as well as the analytical software. That their procurement is to be done by the institutions. Next, establishing the internal quality assurance cells, IQS. Already all the institutions who are undergoing the various rankings of NAC, NBA, and NRF, they are having IQAC. Now the IQAC role plays an important role in monitoring the implementation and getting the feedback from the students as well as the faculty and the stakeholders. So IQAC role is going to play a vital role in the implementation of this new syllabus of the PCA in accordance with the national education policy. Now here is the roadmap, how this new syllabus of the PCA is going to be implemented. In this roadmap, we are going to approach in two manners. In the top version, that is the approach from the faculty side. At the lower side, it is the approach from the student side. First one, from the faculty side, when we are going to decide to establish committee and the timeline, institution level, we have to establish a committee for the implementation of the new syllabus. The map, the outcomes, credits, and assessments. Then after, we have to identify the curriculum gaps. So what are the things which are the gaps from our side, as well as the implementation part, what are the gaps we have to identify. We have to prepare the resource plans as well as the conduct the faculty training. If it is essential, for example, if the gap is being identified from the faculty side, we have to undergo our faculty to go for the training to, and or if not, we have to conduct some sort of faculty development programs to enhance their skills with related to the new courses which has been incorporated. Next, we have to submit the compliance report. Where we have to submit the compliance report? We are going to submit the compliance report to the university authority or to the PCA. Okay, these are the things what we in our practice, the problems what we had identified, and we are giving the compliance report to them so that they will undergo the revision of the process, or they may suggest some sort of the suggestions what further action to be taken. From the student side, when we see orient students and parents, we have to give the orientation to the students as well as the parents about the new courses which has been introduced and what is its importance in alignment with the national education policy. Introduce the digital dashboard, collect the feedback, review the performance and adjust. And finally, through the student side also, we are going to submit the compliance reports to the stakeholders, that is the PCA as well as the university under which where they are been affiliated. Such that in the due course of the time, after every year annual compliance report we are going to submit, then it is the university, the regulatory body or the PCA, the major regulatory body, it is going to understand what are the difficulties or what are the gaps that is going to be implemented in the implementation of this new syllabus. They are going to be identified whether they may go for the revision or they may give the suggestions. For this reason, we have to undergo these things for the implementation. This acts as a roadmap through the faculty side and through the student side for the implementation of this new course. Next, the role of the stakeholders in the curriculum implementation. When we see, especially from the student sides, the multidisciplinary learning, they have to adapt to the multidisciplinary learning. They are having exposure to the electives, internship, projects, and continuous feedback. From the faculty side, we have to map the outcomes of the course outcomes, program outcomes. We have to map whether they are going really aligning with the national education policy or not. We have to cross-check in each and at the end of each and every semester. We have to redesign teaching learning methods, develop the assessments, as well as the professional training. Administrative part means from the management, when we see, they have to provide the infrastructure, new laboratories, digital resources, budget for procuring these all the new resources, coordination and implementation monitoring. When we see the universities approve the academic structures, conduct examinations, train institutions, and ensure uniform assessment. Similarly, when we see the PCA, the main regulatory body from our education system, it will prescribe and regulate the curriculum, issue guidance, monitor statutory compliance, whether it is going to be implemented or not, because it is going to conduct every year. It is going to conduct the inspection, and it is having a chance to monitor whether the statutory compliance is going to take place or not. And for the purpose of the internships or for the purpose of the projects, as well as after the completion of the program, the students are going to be absorbed into either industry or into the hospitals. So they also become our stakeholders. They have to offer in terms of industry, they have to offer the internships, expert lectures, skill-based training, projects and employability they are supposed to provide to the students. Whereas the hospitals, supervised clinical training, internship, patient care exposure, mentorship, competency assessment, feedback about the students' internship or the projects, as well as the employability. Because PharmD student, actually the practices with the PharmD students, they are majorly absorbed into the hospitals as a clinical pharmacist. But most of our B.Pharm students, as the program revision is related to the B.Pharm, here the B.Pharm students may join there as a hospital pharmacist. So the employability is also chances from the hospitality side. So these are the things which are all the stakeholders must undergo for the implementation of the new syllabus. Then measuring the preparedness. So we are implementing all these things. At the end of the day, we have to measure whether the thing is implementing properly or not. Okay. So for that process, First thing, new subject performance. We have to check with the pass rates, internal marks, practical competency, attainment of course outcomes, how they are going to take place. That thing we have to check, especially with the case of AI and machine learning courses, Python, these sort of the things. Then internship feedback. We are undergoing the internship at 2 semesters. So we have to take with the punctuality and professionalism of the students, whether it is whether there is a enhancement in their clinical or industrial skills, communications, as well as the mentor ratings, means the industrial guides or the hospital guides who are acting them. We have to take the feedback from them, how about the performance of our students. Next, project quality. So project in the semester 7 and semester 8, 2 projects has been involved. So research, design and literature review, how they are going, methodology and data analysis, how they are performing, any innovation, whether it is patentable or whether it is going to be through the intellectual property right, any innovation has been done, ethical compliance, as well as the presentation and report quality. These are the things which are to be monitored as a part of their project quality. And in case of the employability, the ultimate goal for anyone is any program joining student, what is the employability rate, and what is the salary amount they are going to get. These two things plays a major role for the demand of any course in the market. So here the placement rate and the job conversion rate, employer satisfaction, competitive exam success. If not, the students are not entering into the job market. Now they are going for higher studies, or whether they are going for any government sector jobs. So here we are also going to observe whether they are in the competitive exam success, demand for digital research and clinical skills, whether they are being implemented or not, or extra courses. They are sometimes now the courses are selling. A lot of people related to the pharmacovigilance, clinical research, they are selling their lot of courses outside. Even after the completion of your B.Pharm, you could do this certification course, you will have the job guarantee, like that. Things are happening. So the major aim of this new PCI syllabus is, such things are not essential. When once the program of your student is completed with this new syllabus, they are self-competent. Without doing any sort of the additional certification courses itself, they can be absorbed into the job market. That is the major objective of the PCI. Okay. Next, continuous improvement, because the process should be of this become one of the program objective. Continuous learning should be adopted. So review indicator data each semester, identifying of the gaps, as well as implement corrective training. These things we are going to do, because on semester basis we are conducting the progress. Immediately after the semester is being completed, we have to identify what are the gaps in this semester has been done, and what are the corrective and preventive action we are going to do and implement for the upcoming semester. These are the things. Next, and finally, it's a call for the conclusion. So when we see, it is a shared responsibility. It is not a single person. We see it is a complete cycle of the students in alignment with the faculty, the institution or the management where the students have been studying, as well as association with the industry and the hospitals. This is a continuous cycle. It is not a single person's thing. As a result, in case of the checklist for the institutions, when we see continuous curriculum review, stakeholder engagement is to be done. We must incorporate our recruiters. They may be from the industry or they may be from the hospitals. What are their requirements according to the current market, and how we have to fulfill our things to the students in the form of the training, capacity building and evidence-based improvement. By this, we are going to strengthening the effectiveness by taking the regular feedback, collaborative planning, and outcome monitoring. So it's not a single person's or a single class thing. All the people are to be involved. The students who join in the institutions has to provide the sufficient infrastructure according to the new requirements, and the faculty, they have to undergo effective training through faculty development program or individual training program. They have to develop the new skills which are being introduced by the thing, and we must be constantly in contact with our stakeholders or the job providers, as well as internship providers like industries, hospitals, as well as the research centers, according to their requirements. What is their requirements, what they want. Like this, we have to make them coordination with all of them, only we can able to implement these new things. So I hope it was being done. Anybody have any questions, any queries? Escape करना है ना? Escape. Excuse. Yeah, I was done. Is there any queries?
Queries.
Yes, sir. We have a question from Sarika. Sir, practice school and project should of two different research ones.
Yeah. Practice school. What, madam? Pardon?
So we will be having some practice school and the projects, no, sir. So it should be conducted in two different.
Madam, according to the new syllabus, there is no practice school. There is only project work in the 7th semester, project work in the 8th semester. Practice school and the project work is the old syllabus pattern.
We will be having some practice school and the projects closer. So it should be conducted in two different.
According to the new syllabus, there is no practice school. There is only
In the new syllabus, there is no practice school.
project work in the 7th semester, project work in the 8th semester. Practice school and the project work is the one syllabus pattern.
We will be having some practice school. So it should be conducted in two different. Yes, sir. We have another question.
Yes, ma'am.
Syllabus, there is no.
వెయిట్ ఇక్కడ చేస్తాను.
So we have one more question.
Yes, madam.
Can you suggest a few examples for skill training in different sectors?
Skill enhancement courses. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So they are given lot of electives. We don't need to change, because when we see, I will show you in the my presentation. So in this presentation, you can see what are the various skill enhancement courses, practical courses, such as communication skills, mental well-being, stress and conflict management, that is one practical, fundamentals of computer applications. In the 2nd semester, out of these 3, anyone can be selected. Similarly, in the 4th semester, out of these 3 electives, computer aided drug design, analytical method development and validation, principles of preclinical studies, out of these 3 electives, anyone can be selected for as a skill enhancement course practical.
Okay, sir. Another question from Sarika. 2 different researches should be done for the 7th semester, or 7th semester research can be continued in 8th semester?
Madam, we cannot continue the 7th semester research. Where you can have the extension of that work, because one project has to be completed at the end of the 7th semester and uska evaluation complete hona hai. After that, we have to start the 8th semester as a new project, and we have to complete. Means after one semester, project work is going to be complete. 7th semester project is completed. After the 7th semester, we have to submit the report and must be evaluated through Viva. Next 8th semester, they have to start the new project and they have to complete it at the 8th semester. 7th semester, one project. 8th semester, one project, different project, and evaluation must be done after the each semester. You got it,
Okay,
madam?
sir. Another question from Ranjan Tripathi. Is there any AI training courses available as per NEP 2020 for teachers
Yeah.
in online
Actually,
mode?
this Python programming and everything, now it is very the hot topic existing in the first semester. There are paid training programs just for 50 rupees. Just for 50 rupees, they can join that program and they can learn that program. I will share you the links which are being provided. But if they, as such, I didn't see the free things which are available. They are taking the minimum amount of 50 rupees for
Yes,
this
sir. In NPTEL courses also some courses are
Python
available regarding AI.
Python programming for the teachers. They are doing for the pharma teachers.
Yes, sir. So can you guess the timeline for upgrading all the infrastructure in all the departments, sir? Can you guess the timeline?
Madam, actually, hardware we need not to purchase anything. हमारा जो existing computer lab है, in the computer lab itself, we have to incorporate the Python program is to be incorporated.
Okay.
So previously the labs, what we are using for the communication skills and the computer course, that thing we have, that computer lab now we are supposed to use for the Python lab as well as the
Yes,
Python teaching in the classroom. We are using the smart board now, so we can do the teaching on the
Yes,
smart
sir.
board. And in the labs,
Yes.
our systems, we have to incorporate the software for the Python programming.
Okay. So up to which extent we can expect the employability, sir? Like in which type of departments we can expect the employability mostly?
The employability rate is going to multiply because, for example, you see currently because of the pharmacovigilance elective subject what we are having in the old syllabus, our B.Pharm students, they are being incorporated into most of the MNCs in terms of the pharmacovigilance and clinical training associates, CRA, clinical research associates.
Yes.
After the entry of these AI and machine learning things, okay, we can expect that lot of software companies are going to incorporate our students who are very good in these programming languages, because for to run any sort of the our pharma related software, for example, clinical softwares or whatever may be the SaaS programming and everything, they need a programmer. Okay, but the programmer don't know entire knowledge about the pharmacy. Now we are having the two double-edged weapon. We are like, our students are getting the programming. They are also having the basic knowledge because of the core subjects. They are having the basic knowledge of the pharmacy. So there are more chances for our students to absorb into the software sector also. So this is one of the thing, employability, enhancement of the employability is one of the vision of the NEP, National Education Policy. That's why when we see in the old days, maximum B.Pharm student will get 15,000 rupees. The 15,000 same rupees DMart में जो काम करता है, उसको भी 15,000 rupees आता है. So they are not interested to enter into the pharma industry. Okay. Now, at least what we can expect is with this programming and all that stuff, minimum 25,000 salary, they can enter to a software sector.
Sure.
That is.
I have a small question for you.
Yes, sir.
Right. In the 6th semester, there's internship 8 hours in a week. Internship 8 hours in a week. How do you plan it? Weekly 8 hours. How is it
not
possible?
Audible, sir? Sir,
8
it
hours
is not
in a
audible.
week. It is internship. You have to work in the food industry or pharma industry or medical devices industry.
Sir, we can take internship in anything, sir. It can be
industry.
Sir, actually,
Sixth
they told us
semester,
to undergo MOU.
It is mentioned as internship mandatory 8 hours in a week.
8 hours per week is the mandatory internship, sir. For that, what we can do is we have to complete all the theory in within 3 days of a week, and remaining 2 days we can ask them to send. Such that
either food industry or pharma industry or medical devices industry.
They can go to hospital, whether it is related to the clinical. They can go to the hospital. They can go to the pharma industry. they can go to the medical devices and medical devices as well as the diagnostic laboratories also. All these four sectors,
Yes.
they can take anything, sir. In a slot, for example, if we are
And
having
how
an
do you send the
Indian
students?
student,
Weekly once.
we can divide them into
Weekly
slots
once,
of
let's send the students to
2020.
the industry. Instead of that, PCI would have given Satyas Touch a 15 days program like that, the internship. Can we make it like that? Of course,
Yes,
our
sir.
university has to accept.
We can divide into slots of 2020 and send accordingly, sir. We
8
can
hours
send
means generally 3 months.
hospitals for
3
clinical
months
training.
means 32. Nearly about 100 hours you have to work for the industry.
Yes, sir.
Internship for
Industry,
about 100 hours in a semester.
sir. Sorry to say, your voice
This
is
we have
not
to
audible, sir.
discuss.
It's not.
What is that they have to learn this industry internship? It is mentioned as mandatory 8 hours maybe. And how do you judge? How do you analyze?
So that is still under the debate, sir, because we can't make the students in the middle of the working week to go to the industry and come back. This industrial training should be continuous. For example, for a day, for a duration of 2 weeks like that. So this is still under discussion, sir. This is still under discussion. For example, in a semester,
Yes.
for some part, the students will be taken classes, and the remaining part they can be deported to the training, the project training. 8 hours total calculation karke, like that we can divide. Still, it is under discussion, sir, because it is not possible to take the classes simultaneously. They are sent to the training. It is not possible. So still, it is under
Yes.
debate, sir. As still we are implementing only first semester, when it comes to the portion of the fourth and sixth semester, this problem will come. That is internship, compulsory internship.
Anyhow, it will take another 3 years to reach that 6th semester. So before
Yes,
that,
sir.
to make a guidance about
Sixth-
internship. Let us
Yes, sir.
hope.
Okay, sir.
And along with this session, celebrating the National Pharmacology Day also, Dr. Ashok is the chief guest for this session. Okay. Now
you,
I
sir.
request Dr. Uma to take care of the National Pharmacology Day. Today is National Pharmacology Day celebration. Link in there.
I think maybe somewhat light. Remaining people have quit.
Ashok,
Yes, sir.
in your next Hyderabad, visit our college and give this session personally to the staff.
Okay, sir.
Next visit to Hyderabad,
Yeah,
I invite you to our college to deliver this session once again.
sure, sir. Definitely, sir. Now, can I take a leave, sir? Can I?
Just a minute, sir. We're conducting
Okay,
one small National Pharmacology Day. We request you for the chief guest for this session.
Thank
National
you.
Pharmacology Day.
He is my sir. I studied and B.Pharm under his. First, some technical glitches are there. Apart from that, I think it is okay. Next time we have to learn without technical glitches.
Captain. చూసుకోవాలి యూజర్ ఫిట్ చేసి పెట్టుకోవాలి.
Class hai na, you try to take care of that class ऊपर में जाना है, and while coming out of the class switch off everything ठीक है, because अगर medical college वाला देखा तो कोई problem है, then they will stop giving it. The chain is not good, take another one. अभी I think your students will come. Okay, just do it. And what about that one? Clinical trials, regulatory affairs of clinical trials material तैयार हुआ? So today absent is Ritesh, Sani. So you once take care about that material, so that I will start the classes of that one also. Abhi you are lacking in that subject only. इसलिए अभी मैं 2 classes लिया, and Pooja madam is giving 2 classes as per the new syllabus. Regulatory affairs, GRP.
Courses join OECD practice.
You are studying specialization M.Pharm itself. Why you need to study other certificate courses? Not at all needed. You are spending 1,20,000, 25,000 per year. Okay. No need. But you can do the free courses which are been given by the government of India. There are some free courses are there. वो add करके आपका certification में you can आपका resume में you can add it as a line. I done so and so course, online course, that too free of cost.
Good afternoon, Vanilla. This is Uma. Today, as a part of organizing online 5-day international faculty development program, we are here to celebrate National Pharmacology Day 2026. Next. Next. Okay, National Pharmacology Day, August 17th, 1882, is the birth anniversary of Colonel Sir Ramnath Chopra. And he's honored in India as the father of Indian pharmacology and commemorated as a National Pharmacology Day. Born on August 17, 1882 in Gujranwala, now it is located in Pakistan. He studied at Downing College, Cambridge, and joined in Indian Medical Service in 1908. And his contributions are, he is a pioneer of modern pharmacology in India and the first professor of pharmacology, School of Tropical Medicine, Calcutta in 1921. And he's conducted landmark research in indigenous drugs and medicinal plant. And he authored the classic textbook, Indigenous Drugs of India, and valuable resource even today, and focused in Indian pharmacological research, focused in Indian Pharmacological Society in 1936 to promote teaching, research, scientific exchange. His vision and dedication laid the foundation for pharmacology education, research, and drug development in India. And importance of National Pharmacology Day highlights the vital role of pharmacology in discovery, safe and effective medicine, and improving human health, promotes national use of drugs, drug safety, and better therapeutic outcome, and encourages research for novel therapies to fight diseases. And he inspires students and professionals to contribute to the advancement of pharmacology and healthcare. And importance of pharmacology. First, drug discovery and development. Identifies the new drug targets and develops safe and effective medicine. And second is understanding how drugs work, explains mechanism of action and at the molecular, cellular and system levels. And third, rational and safe drug therapy. He guides pharmacology guides the selection of the right drug, right dose, right route, and duration of the for the patient, right patient. And fourth point, ensures drug safety, evaluates and monitors adverse effect, toxicity, and development and drug interactions to protect patients. Development of personalized medicine uses pharmacogenomics and patient-specific factors to optimize efficacy and minimize risk. Supports healthcare and public health. Strengthen evidence-based practice, pharmacovigilance, and better health outcomes. And also drives innovation and the future. Advance new technologies like AI, artificial intelligence, bioinformatics, and nanomedicines, and helps solve emerging health-related challenges. Pharmacology is not the subject; it's a bridge between science and patient care. It saves the life every day. And the future scope of the pharmacology: innovate to transform tomorrow and improve lives. Future course focused intelligence and digital innovation. Artificial intelligence and machine learning speed up the drug discovery and predict treatment response. Personalized medicine, genomics and biomarkers help deliver the right drug to the right patient at the right dose. Novel drug discovery,
I have
new
learned
targets, biologics, peptide drugs, and natural products lead to effective therapies. Advancing drug delivery, nanotechnology, and smart drug delivery system improve efficacy and
Is that
reduce side
can
effects.
I WhatsApp you?
Digital health, real world data improves outcomes. Pharmacogenomics, understanding genetic difference helps the predict drug response and adverse reaction. 3D printing and personalized formulation, on demand customized medicines with precise dose and combinations. Big data and real world evidence. Data driven insight supports safer drugs, better decision, and value-based therapies. Animal models are also used in the pharmacology. These are all essential partners in research for understanding disease and developing safe, effective medication. Thank you.
Thank you, Uma,
Yes, sir.
for the speech about the pharmacology, information about the pharmacology. We have speakers for this pharmacology day. Thank you for the session on the pharmacology day. Thank you to the Ashok being the chief guest for this small session. And is a good resource person. He has informed about complete information about the syllabus, revised syllabus of the B.Pharm course. I think all the staff all over India have listened this very well, and let us implement all those from time to time when it is required. Okay. Is it audible, Ashok?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you and all.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful session today regarding the new B.Pharm curriculum. So the strategic insights which you have shared for the students, faculty, and institutions were highly informative and encouraging. Thank you once again for your time and effort, sir. Now, to our participants, the feedback form will be along with the questionnaire will be given in the WhatsApp group. So kindly go through it and fill the feedback forms for both the session. One form will be given. Okay, we will be posting it shortly. Thank you all for your participation. We'll meet you in the tomorrow's session. Thank you. Good day.